download, like downstream from it. And another important thing that we've noticed is that sometimes, because we didn't use L2 regularization, and very small subset of the network sometimes would just run away, and like 1 or 2 activations would have like crazy high values of, 100, but then actually 99% of the other activations in that layer were very small, and in that case we once again had the issue that we have a huge binning range, but actually most of the activations happen in the first bin, like 95% of them, and maybe some of it bleeds into the second one, just for a single layer, for a single equal. And what we said, well, how can we deal with it? There's a lot of stuff happening in here, but we can't see it because there's one crazy unit that just ran away, and that is spoiling all of our binning. And we said, well, we can use entropy-based binning, which basically says that we should spread out the activation values through the bins as much as we can, and it's quite a straightforward way to do it. You just take your activation space and you slice it, you sort it, and then if you have 10 bins, you choose 10 equidistant values in that list, and these are your binning. This is your binning range, and then you apply that to different activations. And
but if we do that, we can have the same number of values in each bin, correct?
Yeah.
So when you entropy away, by definition, should be the same.
No, because okay, I'll write it down. So kind of if we think of hidden activity, and we look at shape, then that would be So it's a good question because I thought that myself. My supervisor said, this is actually the binning, like this is the best binning methodology that you can use for mutual information, and there are a lot of papers that show better convergence. So what previously people did, they just found the max of this entire vector and took one activation from it. When we started doing this, we started just looking for many of these at the maximum values of these vectors here. But if you're using entropy-based binning, you take this sublist, you sort that, but then you apply it per data point. So if you have this binning range, every single data point will have a different binning profile, and then from that you determine your...
So you aggregate over the other variables?
Over data points, yeah. So and that's the whole data set. So not for a single data value, but for all the values. There were 496 input points, because that's 12 to the power of 2 to the power of 12. There were 12 bits of information that we were passing into this thing.
Wait, so each data point is a number in that.
Yes, yeah, so that's the length, because the data was 0, 1 power of 12.
Okay, so you have...
Yeah, so 0, 0, 0, 1, 0.
Yeah. And then, so you sort it?
So for this is already, this is our hidden activity. And if I want to say, like, what's my, what am I binning edges? So for example, if I'm looking at the first layer, so I have 10 neurons in that layer, and each data point produces 10 activations, yeah, and I have 496 data points. I take that, I sort this list, and I say for every, I'm using 30 bins, every 30th entry in that list, give me that.
So this 0, 1, is that binary? That it's either 0, 1 or can it be any number?
This is hidden activity already, so this is not binary. So our input task was binary.
But why is that different from what he said? That wouldn't it still cut it into equal sized bins?
Yeah, so it cuts the big thing into equal size bins, but when we estimate mutual information, we fit it data point one by one to see what kind of binning profile it has.
But what's the meaning of a data point having a binning profile?
So we from this we derive, say, 30 numbers, and then
Yeah.
You have 30 bins, or let's say 5 bins.
Yeah.
And then actually when you are estimating the information, you have 10 neurons. And so for the first data point you will have 2 here, 1, 1, 1. But then for a second data point you will have 2 here, and then 1, 1, 1. And these are different, so they won't all be the same.
So
So the sorting is done post-aggregate.
yeah. So you're essentially mapping it into a binary to the 12th power space or something.
Yeah, so it is discretization, so you're actually getting
Yeah.
these values that are live in discrete space, and you control the size of the space by the number of bins that you have.
How did you control the delta between one bin edge and the next? How did you decide that?
The size of the bin.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's adaptive, but how did you decide? Once you've sorted it, and then you say you want to have so many data points in each, such that it's the same, how did you decide what the value is going to be?
The values are the same. Which values?
How did you decide how many values? You said you wanted to have adaptive bins.
Yeah.
Okay. How many data points per adaptive bin? You must have set, that must have been a constant to set it, isn't it?
Yeah, so we have a fixed number of data points that we fit in, and then the only parameter that we need to choose is the number of bins. So
Yep.
you have these varying lengths, but then you have an equal number of bins. So, yeah, and then we just played around with one parameter. Because before they had to play with many parameters of the bins, like you can say, well, how do you want to slice your binning range? Is it linear? Is it logarithmic? When we looked at this picture here, we could have also started playing with it and saying, well, we want to distribute our bins logarithmically and have more bins here. That would have addressed that as well. But a more powerful solution is just to say, I just want to maximize my entropy. That's it. I don't want to choose anything. Entropy does that for me. And this is not a novel estimate, so I am actually citing a paper from 1996 where they've extensively looked at different types of binning frameworks, and they show that the entropy-based binning has the best convergence from these estimators.
What does best convergence mean here?
Well, because if you know the true information, then you can see how many data points you need in order to actually get the best values. And so we call this entropy-based adaptive binning. It's not actually that different from entropy-based binning. What our main contribution is the adaptive approach. You could have used entropy-based binning on this whole thing, and then you would have still got erroneous results because you would have had a lot of big gaps in your binning strategies. What we say is that you actually have to look at every layer of every book individually, and then it doesn't really matter that much which binning strategy you use. It would still be a way better estimate than using something rigid for all of the activity.